I speak with corrupted tongue.
Recognize the underworld since I was young. Recognize the underworld since I was young. Recognize the underworld since I was young. I speak with corrupted tongue. Recognize the underworld since I was young.
Yet another episode, man. We here, man. Another episode, another installment, another chapter. Listen, I go by Henry Blanco, a.k.a. Young Tyrannosaurus, a.k.a. Young Angie Martinez, a.k.a., Young Athletic in the shoulders. I do a lot of things from the shoulders above, and most of them are godly actions. Listen, we came to win. Again, another episode. Everyone who's been supporting thus far, we appreciate you. We appreciate your tias. We appreciate everybody from your family, you know, everybody from your family lineage. We appreciate it. We came to win, man. We came to win. When I arrive to locations, I have requests, you know. So when I arrive, I need a beer pong set up already, but no beer.
Default.
Instead of beer, I need tequila in every cup.
Wow.
And when I arrive, I need 3 lawyers present. I need a lawyer for my lawyer, and I need one more lawyer for both of them motherfuckers. And listen, I'm not trying to be but I ain't gonna lie. I need all my lawyers to be Jewish. I'm not gonna lie, because if my lawyer's Jewish, he sees the case and he chooses it. You know what I mean? That case is gone. I'm not going to jail for sure. For sure. We came to win, goddamn. I'm already, listen, I say some wild shit. We came to win. Corrupted conversations again. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting, everybody who's been listening, sharing, liking, commenting, whatever the case may be, all the social media elements, everything that comes with it, you know what I mean? We do appreciate it. We have another special episode, man. And when I say that, I mean it, so don't call me a liar. Every single time, I mean it. Who we have in front of us, man? A fashion model, designer, creator, and director of his own clothing line. You know what I mean? His own movement, his own vision, known as Staff. And man, listen, what I do is a cute little WWF entrance. I like to do my little thing, but I like every guest to speak their existence into the microphone, my brother. You know what I mean? Because these microphones come with cables. These cables go into machinery. The machinery goes into the world. That the world needs to hear this. The world needs to feel this. So, my brother, real quick, can you do me a favor and just tell them your name, tell them where you from, and what you order when you hit an Ecuadorian restaurant?
Ooh. My name is Omar. I am, like he said, co-director and owner of StaffNYC. Mm-hmm. And I only order a bolon when I go to Ecuadorian restaurants.
Bolon,
you know?
Can you explain exactly what that is?
It's basically fried plantains mixed into a bowl together once they fry, and you just put chicharron, which is pork belly, and cheese in it.
That's amazing.
The only right way, you know, to live.
And it's called what? Bolon.
Bolon.
Do you have a favorite Ecuadorian restaurant in New York?
Actually, my mom's house.
Shout out to Mom.
You know,
Come on, man. Listen, ain't nothing like mother's cooking. That's a big encyclopedia fact.
That's a big flex too when you go to your mom's house and actually eat in your mom's house.
Yes, sir. So before we start, because I got a whole little structure. Before we start, how's your day been today so far?
It's been busy, man. But you know, if a day ain't busy, then I didn't do the day right. You know, so
this is true. Listen, man, great. You gotta remain busy, man. The calendar has to stay packed, because then you let thoughts that don't, necessarily benefit you affect you. And you have to be busy. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fact. You know what I'm saying? Again, Corrupted Conversation, another episode. Appreciate everybody, that's been watching. Appreciate the brother in front of me for coming through and experiencing this experience with me, man. Now, again, I mentioned in the beginning, he's a fashion model, fashion icon in the making. Again, listen, I only bring superheroes to this table, man. And it will remain that way until further notice. You know what I'm saying? I say that every time, man. And this is the thing, man, and I'm gonna say it now. Fuck it, the cameras is on me, the mics is on me. Everybody who's been requesting to be on the show, everybody who's been listening, man, I choose wisely, man. So you got to give me some time, bro, because just because you consider yourself part of the culture doesn't mean you actually contribute. I like to pick people that I see and not only are contributing but are executing in their own manner. You know what I'm saying? I like rebels.
Thank you for
I ain't
that.
gonna lie, I like rebels.
Thank you for that.
I'm a big fan of rebels. So I like people who change the temperature. I like people who push the envelope. So again, the person in front of me, I stand on those words.
Sure.
Like I said, I choose everybody within not only of being a fan, but like just observing the execution, man. You listen, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. We here to win, goddammit. We came for the trophy. I don't know what the fuck second place is. I don't know what third place is. I came for the first. Come on, man.
Steady.
Listen, man, trust your process, man.
Right.
Trust your process.
Bro, that's literally, that quote right there has to get broadcast even more.
Yes, sir.
And on some, it needs to be taught in school, man. Everybody doubts each other, man.
100%.
If you learn that from the beginning, that you have to trust yourself even when things are not going on, bro. There's no non-possibilities, man.
This is a big fact, bro. It's a big fact. I would have to agree. If they would put those 3 simple words, trust your process, in the education system, especially New York, like it would go crazy, because a lot of kids soak it all up. Like, these children are sponges, So if you was to put those 3 words and instill that shit from the beginning, if somebody told me that at 5th grade, trust your process, I probably would have not doubted myself as much.
Some
You
real
know what
shit,
I'm saying?
bro. Some real shit. And us as like, Spanish man.
Yeah.
Ain't easy.
Nah.
Ain't easy to trust yourself.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, man. Those are some words that need to be broadcast
100%.
in the loudest volume ever.
100%. I agree, man. We came to win, goddammit. We came for trophies, man. We came for trophies. Anything else is uncivilized. But there's an infamous segment I have to start off the show to break the ice. And it's called Pow. So what the segment consists of is I have 10 words written down, and just the way that the new trend, the new New York thing is pow, real fast, right? So I'm the you the pow.
Oh.
What I do is I throw 10 words at you, and you are to not dissect it, to not dwell too much, to not think at all, actually, and just give me the first thing that comes to your mind. It's a very dangerous game. But again, I'm not here to make nobody look. I'm here to make everybody look like a superhero, because this is what we came to do, man. This is what my platform is for. But it is called Corrupted Conversations. So there's an edge to everything. I just make sure the edge is classy. That's all. That's my job. Is to make sure that any type of edge or any type of rebellious aesthetic that I do choose to use, let it be classy. Not just reckless for just to be reckless. That don't even make sense to me. You know what I mean? That's that clout shit. We don't do clout, man. So again, we here to win. No second place trophies. No third place trophies.
Never.
Only first place. I don't know what. I don't go. Other that shit is blasphemy. Listen, this is what it is. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Pow, alchemy.
Shit. Anime. Yeah.
You wanna expand a little bit?
Like the Alchemist Brothers. Like, the I never really seen the anime. Okay. But I know about it.
So that's the first thing that came to your mind.
First thing.
Listen, fair enough. Pow, Mercedes AMG F1.
Ooh, Lewis Hamilton F1, my favorite thing in the world, man. I love F1. I'm like probably like the only Ecuadorian, the only South American that actually likes an European sport. So yeah, I love F1. Yeah.
What is that, man? I mean, I study people, so I was watching, your social media, and I'm this is how I do my homework, man. I like to study human behavior. So can you break that down a little bit to the people? Like, what exactly are we talking about here? The F1, everybody knows Mercedes, but the F1
is basically Formula One, which is the top tier literally racing sport, I would say, right? The top tier cars. We're talking about like the top companies that come together and make the most powerful cars in the world, right? And basically, each company has 2 teams, two people, and then they just race it out for a whole season, try to see who's number 1. Mercedes has been number 1 for the past literally like 100 of years.
My brother, he knows his stats. If anybody wants to combat him, don't try it, because he knows his stats.
Let's say 100. But the past 6 years, they've been wilding. And literally, Red Bull won this year. Max Verstappen was like great. Literally, the last race was touch here home. You know,
Love
Mercedes
it.
lost
Love it.
second place. We kind of got that.
What got you into this, man? What got you into this, the racing and all that? What got you into that, man? That's interesting.
My pop's always been the type of person that, like, even though, like, you know, we like soccer and stuff, like, you know, like countries, South America, Ecuador, right?
Right.
Soccer is like the base of everything. He always like all the sports, which is weird. He like watching them, you know, because I guess he just like a person of interest, right? Just like me.
Right.
So he used to watch it in their Ferrari era. So Ferrari used to have an era in the 1990s that it was just the shit. Let's just call it like that, right? They were like the best ones, first and seconds all the time. Niki Lauda was like one of the greatest racers ever. He there's actually a really good movie of him that he got burned. His whole face is burned.
Wow.
And literally a week afterwards, you know what my man's did? Went to race and won. Yeah, something like little shit like that. So I guess like those staples in my life have been there, like just to watch sports, you know, like people don't like. So every time when I guess when my friends would watch basketball and like UFC and stuff like that, I felt left out. And this year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick up a new sport. I'm gonna pick up this whole different understanding of something that I'm actually gonna sit down and understand. And it became so addicting.
Yeah.
So addicting. I couldn't miss one race. It wasn't even about racing. It was about life. Is
cars going fast somewhat parallel to is it fair? Because I compare driving to life a lot. You know what I mean? I do a lot of driving, so I feel like to me I see a lot of parallels to life and being on the road. Is it fair enough to say like maybe subconsciously there's something there with that?
Oh, 100%. You know, like life always is fast.
Right.
But you as a driver need to know how to control that fastness. Right. That's exactly what F1 is. You're going almost 200 miles per hour. You need to control that car.
That's tough.
Right? And if you don't control, then you're going to crash. Right? Just like life, right? So then that's the same basic things, man. And like knowing that, right? Like just understanding, like you just said, it's not just about how fast the car goes. It's how you maintain the car. It's how you handle the situation. It's literally just a beautiful sport, honestly. And again, like a person like me that just like lives by interest, right? It just, every time when I think I'll know it all, something comes up and like, I don't know nothing. And it becomes a brand new sport again. Yeah, it's just cool.
I love that, man.
It's just amazing.
Y'all got a nice little explanation real quick, but we came to win and the journey continues.
For sure.
Pow, Virgil.
Ooh, close.
Listen, listen, he's giving it real. Pow, encebollado.
Ooh, Ecuador.
When's the last time you had an encebollado plate, man?
Let me tell you something about that encebollado story real quick. Last time I had encebollado was in Montañito when I woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning, straight up for Ecuador, hungover and straight hungover for LSD. Not even
Jesus.
Just LSD.
It's tough.
Woke up with my cousins. We didn't even know what was up or down was, and we just went to the street to a little vendor and we just ate some encebollado.
I love that.
This is the thing in Ecuador. If you don't get your encebollado with a homemade orange juice, you ain't do it right.
Homemade orange juice.
Yes, sir.
So that's the thing.
That's the thing. Yeah, for sure.
Homemade orange juice.
For sure.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. The LSD hangover is intense, man. I've had a few LSD trips. We've all experienced, and
right.
You know what I mean. I play the game.
Right.
I play the game. I've been tripped out in the middle of Times Square at 5 a.m, and you really trying to figure. You see the light,
right.
The bright lights and all that. You're like, is this really meant for me? It's tough.
Am I really me?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But listen, the journey continues, man. Bow, Heartbreak Studios.
Ooh, Sam, for sure, Sam. Sam was my roommate, and especially Sam Limata. Artist name Sam Limata. Shout out Sam Limata.
Shout out. You know what I mean? He deserves a shout out. They deserve their shout out.
He was a huge part of Corona life, I guess, in my journey, which had taught me a lot. You know,
Okay.
Just structure, understanding, not understanding. You know, it's a lot of little things. So grateful for that for sure.
Love it. Listen, we came to win. The journey continues. Pow, Billie Eilish.
Ooh, Staff.
What can you say, man? I know. Listen. I know this is a thing to be, or a thing that is, and a thing that has yet to explode. It will explode. But can you give people a little bit of
Yeah,
just an energy, man? They need it, man. They gotta hear that.
For sure, man. So like, I say 3-4 days ago.
Okay.
From today, we got an email saying that Billie Eilish wanted us to be in the tour. She wanted us to basically fit her for her whole U.S. tour of 2022. And for Coachella too, which has honestly has been now a blessing, but it's just an understanding of what I'm doing is right. So there's two things about actually understanding what a blessing is and understanding what you're doing is right.
Let's do it.
So a blessing is something that you don't see and forsake, or anything that has to come with your understanding and what you've been doing comes to your table without you even knowing. That's a blessing. I feel like this is something that I worked on literally 5 years of my life, you know, and it's very, very hard for me to understand it lately, but we're moving it. We're moving forward from it. You know, we're taking it by the balls, if you say, by the horns, right? And we've been riding it ever since. And then honestly, say 3 days in right now, we are done with her project. We're going to send over all the fits. And it's basically beautiful, man. It's very
I love how you broke that down, though, the blessing. And, you know, that's I'm sure, you know, the way you broke that down, man, that takes a lot of, I would assume, man, a lot of reflecting to come up with that, you know, analysis of what a blessing is, and you know, separating it. Because you say, wait, you know, if you could break it down a little bit more, you said a blessing is something that you don't necessarily, I guess, expect, I guess.
Yeah,
like
for sure. Like, you know, like we always do something. We always like, oh, this is a blessing that came to me.
Right.
But yeah, like maybe you open 30 doors for that blessing to come, bro. Right. So it's not a blessing, bro. It's something that you created. Right. It's hard work. Yeah, you earned that. You earned that. So that's how I feel right now. It's like, yeah, maybe she found me like, you know, some like random stuff, but like I have put work for this.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So this is it. You know, this is at least it for me and my people. You know, I feel like
you're blessed.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a blessing, I guess. If you go by those circumstances, it might not be a blessing because you did work hard for it. Right. But you blessed to be in this place.
Oh,
100%.
Man, I'm not even blessed, man. It's like a miracle. You know what I mean?
That's
like
fire.
One of the things I also like that you might now understand, but like, you know, like I'm 29 years old, man. If you really break it down, 19 years ago, I was just in Ecuador in a backyard type of showering off of like rainwater, you feel me?
That's crazy.
And right now,
people gotta hear this, man.
You know, like now, 10 years later, we're talking about me making clothes for Billie Eilish.
Listen, man, we came to win, man. That's but that's tough, man. Me personally, I like that you broke it down like that, because sometimes again, you know, shout out the blessings and whatever, but sometimes what's promoted to us is this whole Disneyland formula, where like things just come out the sky. Nah, fuck that, man. You know what I mean? You worked hard for this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And listen, sometimes things do come out the sky, and sometimes, you know, that's cool too. But, you know, for the most part, if you worked for something, man, I feel like you have the right, you know, to claim that shit, man. Like, listen, yeah, I'm blessed. You want to call me blessed? You want to call me lucky? You want to call me whatever? All these words, but I know, you know, I know what it took. I know what it took to get here, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that, because that's awakening. You know, that's a rude awakening for a lot of people and sometimes they need that. You know, they need that wake up call, that reality check. But we got to keep it moving, man. Listen, pow, Crawford Modeling Agency.
Ooh, blessing. Let me say that again, blessing. That's what comes from there. I wanted my life to change, and they literally did that. So can't say nothing else.
Wow, life changing.
Yeah. There's a certain type of people that actually give you opportunities in life, and there's also people that actually want to change your life.
Shit.
Right. And then again, Crawford, everybody in Crawford, John. Yeah, man, it's been. I don't have words for what they've done for me. You know what I mean? I don't. So.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, sometimes words don't. Listen, sometimes words don't need to produce body language and frequency in the air, and the camera could read it. The mics could get it. You know, and it's enough. So I get that, man. Listen, if you can't pick that up, then you shouldn't be in this room, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what he said just spoke volumes, even though it was limited dialogue. You know what I mean? This is what we came to do. Pow, Kid Super.
Oh, life changing, 360, 180. I had nothing. When I tell you I had nothing, I thought I had everything before Kid Super, and not because of that opportunity, because I didn't understand who I was. After that opportunity kind of brought me to a different playing field of my own mind. I understood what I could do and who I could become, because I thought I knew who I was.
Right.
Until they brought a different understanding of who I was. I was like, whoa, these people see me bigger than who I am. I haven't stopped since then.
Listen, when you hit the road, don't look back, right?
Right. No, never.
Love it. We're going to keep it moving. Pow, the Lower East Side.
Life.
Explain that to people, man. What does the Lower East Side mean to you?
Life, literally life. If it wasn't for the Lower East Side, I tell you right now, I'm not the man who I am right now.
The LES.
Yeah. I lived in the Lower East Side for the first 3 years I came to this country when I was 9 years old. Shit got too gangster in the situations of basically we was living with my sister and her family, and she was like trying to grow her family and stuff like that. You know
Right.
that situation
Yeah,
is when,
yeah.
when you come from another country. We had to find out our own thing. We went to Brooklyn. But honestly, Ali has been my home. Ali has been my New York.
Yeah, man. I think the LES is such a colorful, but yet like very, very, very solid. But like, it's like so many layers to the LES. Like, there's blocks that have not changed.
Right, at all.
But yet, you
Shout
know,
out Pitt Street.
Listen, the LES is a very, very interesting place. Here we go. Can we catch it down on the fucking camera? Yeah. Oh man, we get straight to it.
I heard this was the first bong hit.
That was the first bong hit on the show.
I got two other more to go to.
That was the first bong hit on the show, man. That was the first bong hit on the show. Honored. We came to win, man. We came to win. Pow. Staff.
Omar. I couldn't be me without staff, you know? Staff can't be me without staff can't be staff without me, you know?
I love
it's
that.
Kind of weird.
I love that. And listen, we're gonna get into the meaning. We're gonna get into the genesis. We're gonna get into the root, the foundation of all that. But I got segments, man. And I like the show to be colorful because to me, segments is a way for me to figure out who's in front of me without having to necessarily ask who's in front of me.
I love that.
So I like to I'm very big on word association. So, you know, you chose the word staff to represent, you know, what your movement, your vision. So again, to play with and to celebrate the ascension of your company, I created a segment. Now I looked up the definition of what staff is. Now, you know, we're gonna go by America's definition, or we're gonna go by Google's definition, which was, you know, how I created the segment. But obviously after that, I want to definitely break down what it means to you. You know what I mean? The intimate, like I said, the genesis, man, the root, the foundation of everything. But we here to have fun. I like to have fun. I like to be a little edgy. So man, we came to win. We came to win. I looked up the definition of staff. Now we're gonna go by Google's definition, right? It says all the people employed by a particular organization.
100. You said the key word organization.
Organization, yes sir. Yes sir. So we're gonna go by the definition, right? So what I did here is I created segments. I created 3 tiers. Now, the 3 tiers each have 2 options within each tier. I'm gonna break it down for you. So we're gonna go with the first tier. The first tier is going to be me creating a scenario, and the scenario comes with 2 options, and you have to tell me which option would you rather go for and why. Okay. In this scenario, it's about employees and getting a job done, because we're going with
the name, right?
The staff. We're going with the aesthetic of staff, right? So we're gonna call this segment, who would you rather employ for the job?
Oof. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We came to win.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Listen, we came to win. So first tier, you need employees to pick up specific garments on the other side of the city. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw 2 different options, and you ought to tell me who would you rather. And this is a last minute thing. Let's just create the scenario. Let's say you have a photo shoot going on, and you have garments that might have not been packed in the situation, and you got to go get them from the other side of the city, but you're running on the clock. Right. The time is ticking, so you're going to have to choose the 2 options. One of the 2 options that I throw at you. So again, let's paint the scenario. We have a photo shoot going on. The time is ticking. There's garments on the other side of the city that you got to go get. Right. And you have to choose who you want to employ to that staff at that moment to get that job done. Option number 1, a new driver that just got their license last week. Okay. Or a South American woman on a llama. Now,
can I say age? Can I ask for age?
What was the age?
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, that's intense.
That's
All right, let's say the driver that just got their license is 19 years old.
All right.
The South American woman on a llama is in her late 30s, early 40s.
Okay, that's
and now we need the garments.
Right.
You're running on a clock. Who are you employing for this job? Are you getting the driver, the 19-year-old driver that just got their license to get? Let's paint it like this. Let's say the photo shoot was in the LES, but the garments are in 125th Street in Harlem, 125th. Let's just say the garments are over there. So if anybody knows New York City traffic, going from the LES to Harlem and back, it's not an easy task to do.
Not at all.
So, but we're running on the clock. Who are you putting your trust in?
South American.
The South American woman on a llama. Can you explain why?
All right, one, because a llama don't give a fuck where it's going. It's going to go wherever the fuck it's going to go.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Two, South American woman, bro. She understands the struggle that I'm going through.
She gonna get the job done.
She gotta get the job done.
She's gonna see the seriousness in your face and be like, yo tengo que hacer esto. I gotta go get it.
Hecho. That's what she's gonna tell me. It's done. That's what she's gonna tell me. You know what the 19-year-old is gonna tell me?
Which route should I take?
What about if I don't make it there?
Oh, you're fired, nigga. That's what happens.
I don't need that. You feel me?
We don't need no doubt.
One thing that I understood, I've gone through many crews. Many life experiences. One thing I understood is that sometimes don't think about it too much. You know what I mean? What makes sense is what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like, if the decision doesn't make sense at the moment, you're going to learn later. You know what I mean? And you learn from that.
Listen, I usually say the game is to be sold, but today we telling it. The game is told.
For sure.
And I appreciate that, man. He's telling the game, man. Apply it to your life or your career if it makes sense.
Right.
We came to win second tier. Again, I paint a scenario, 2 options. You tell me which person you would rather employ. So the second one, let's say in the moment, the career is elevating, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And we bringing it to life. We're speaking it into existence. The career is elevating. You need a new manager.
Oof. Okay.
So now I'm going to give you 2 options, and you would tell me which one would you rather employ. Okay. Again, the scenario is you need a new manager. Your worst high school teacher versus Hillary Clinton.
Oh. You don't actually work for Hillary Clinton?
Let's speak on it. Come on, we're here for a reason. The mics are on for a reason. Talk about it.
I used to work on the school.
Come on, talk about it, man.
School St. Anne's. And then she was doing her campaign, and she needed her office, which was in front of us in Court Street in downtown Brooklyn. She needed her office to be built, some desks, and she needed right now, because they're going to have like hundreds of people just calling you. Right? Are you going to vote for Hillary Clinton? So they hired the school handymans and like basically everybody there that was just doing handiwork.
Right.
To actually get this shit done. And then we saw it from afar, but we wasn't like really like Hillary Clinton fans and say, right, political fans in general. So we saw it from afar, but we did all the work, and it was funny. But
who would you go for? Your worst high school? Again, a manager. This is a person that you're most likely going to sign a contract with. They're going to have your career in their hands. And listen, again, we're playing with fire. We're having fun. We're just creating some segment scenarios. So you need a new man. Who are you employing for this job?
I feel like I'll go with my teacher, to be honest. I'm not going to say she's the worst, but we gave her a fucking horrible time. We gave her a horrible time. Her name was Miss Loso. What high
school is this?
St. Agnes.
In
West Side in New York. It was an old boys school, old Catholic school.
Interesting.
My mom has always, since past kindergarten, she has always put me in a Catholic old boys school.
Love it.
Kind of rough, but whatever. But yeah, we used to make her life hell. But the thing is, this is the thing, man. Like, you ever had like a bully or somebody that you didn't get along with? You ever talk to that person?
Tried.
Right? Or if you have, right? Or somebody you don't get along with, and you actually became a good friend with that person.
Right.
Same situation as a bad teacher. At the moment, I was a kid. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. You feel me? So it's like maybe we get to a better understanding now. But then the other person is like, Hillary Clinton, man.
She got
those emails, bro.
Yeah, she got blood on her hands, man.
You feel me? Those emails.
Listen. She got blood on her hands, but we're gonna leave it at that. We having fun, everybody. Listen, we just having fun. And they want to cancel me. I don't know. Listen, we just having fun, man.
You know what I mean? Like, one of the things staff emailing is very hard, and I'm lucky to have my girlfriend Cody be in charge of that. She's a coordinator of everything.
Love it.
I'm very proud of that. I don't think Hillary Clinton could do her job.
Yeah. Listen, Hillary Clinton is tough. It's tough.
I'm sorry, Hillary, but
It's
you ain't
tough.
doing a good job.
It's tough. It's tough. Listen, we came to win. All right. Third tier. Let's create the scenario. You need a last minute photographer. You got a photo shoot going on. Heavy duty money in the picture. Heavy duty models. Staff NYC is going down. You need if something happened.
Right.
You need a last minute photographer.
Who we have?
And then, again, I am a little reckless, so y'all gotta have fun with me, man.
Always.
Y'all gotta have fun with me,
I
man.
mean.
All right, so again, before I say the options, because I know the options is gonna be crazy. Before I say the options, let's paint the scenario again. You have a photo shoot, a lot of money involved, a lot of popularity involved. It's going down, So we need a last minute photographer. Now the two options are a drunk hipster white girl
Okay.
versus an angry black chick that just came out of a Summer Walker concert.
Oh, see, this is thing, man. I've been
Listen.
feeling Summer Walker lately. You know
I know,
what I mean?
I know what I'm doing, bro. So I should say, I know what I'm doing. So
You're a
talk
fuck
to
man, you know what I mean?
Who you choosing, bro?
Uh,
It's both. It's two extremes. It's two extremes on both sides.
See, but then that goes back to the scenario, right? Like, Shorty coming back in a Summer Walker concert, bro. Like, I hate Man myself hearing her album. You feel me? I'm a man myself. I feel like me and her will get more along with everything. You know what I mean? So
again, we talking about a photographer.
Right. I'm gonna be real though.
Who you going with, man?
I'm gonna be on some real stuff. I think I'm gonna go with Summer Walker, Shorty. Maybe
we going
because
Shorty.
not because of the mutual artists that we like.
If she comes out that concert, she's coming out with some type of rage
Right,
and some
right.
type of energy. It's like, I want to get something done.
But you see, like as calm as I am right now, I got a little fire in me. So she comes with that heat, I come with her back.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I dealt with people like that before.
Yeah.
So I feel like
love
me and
that.
her, we just get along at the end
I
of the day.
love
Like,
that. Listen.
if she come over here like, I ain't doing that, then don't do it. You know?
That's a fact. You can do whatever you want to do.
feel me?
Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you got to play the game to let people know, like, he playing. He could. Okay, all right, I
feel
get
me?
it. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, oh shit, all right, bad.
So you going with Shorty that's coming out the concert?
100.
Love that. I love that. Listen, man, we came to have fun. That's all it is. If you guys are upset off of what I've said thus far, let's throw a cancel party. I'll host it. And by the end of the party, you won't hear from me no more. Staff, man. Together we rise. As one we are staff.
That's the quote.
Yes, man. Explain that.
That's the anthem.
What's the first? What's the inspiration for choosing that word? And then let's explain the quote after that. But what made you? Because to an extent, I don't know. We're about to find out why. But to an extent, it has to be somewhat. I'm only assuming could be somewhat parallel of why I chose corrupt. Like, a word, you choose a word. When you choose a word, I would assume if something happened, there has to be an experience that comes behind it. Can you break that down a little bit?
So Staff is not my first company or my clothing brand. To be frank with you, Staff is my third company. Since I was 12 years old, very little, I always used to just have a interest in fashion. And I guess I didn't know at first. It was like more of my identity. I didn't know who I was,
Right.
I figured that out. It was fashion, specifically women fashion. So I started a brand my first brand was called Ruby NYC. Ruby NYC was basically just based in my high school. I sold as many shirts as I could to literally just like my group of friends, like just two friends. And we just did that for like literally just at the end of high school.
Love it.
After that, I didn't think that was like a fulfillment in life, that was like good enough. So I started another brand called Pig Latin.
Pig Latin.
Yeah, Pig Latin.
Wow.
It was basically showcasing pinup girls in very like sexy type of attire, but doing random things. Just doing random things. Like literally you going grocery shopping, picking up manholes in the street, like doing random things. And it was very basically based on like how New York people would talk on like to holler, right? Or like somebody, like you're, or like shit like that.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
it was early, like, we're talking about early 2010, so it was like very new, right? I kind of, I was young, man. I didn't know what I was doing, so I sold my my rights to that, to the whole concept of the company to somebody.
Wow.
I can't really say publicly.
Right.
But I'll let you know afterwards.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And then after all of that, I kind of was like, okay, let me bring out something better. And then I read the contract, and it was completely gone out of my hands. So then for 2 years after that, I kind of didn't do anything, man. I was just living, like working, just being a regular person.
Right.
And then I kept volunteering to do golf ball tickets because New York, if you volunteer for in Governor's Island, Randall's Island, sorry. They will give you golf ball tickets if you did if you do 25 hours in the park. So I started doing that, man, and I started seeing how all of these volunteer shirts, because they will give us volunteer shirts, so you would say volunteer or crew and all stuff, they would kind of hit, man. So every time when I would wear them to play basketball, somebody on the other side would be like, bro, you did that program? Oh, wow, that's so cool. And I would click with them, like, right away. And we become friends. I had no clue who that kid was. And I would play basketball, and I would just have a new friend just because of shirt. Then I started seeing that. I loved the whole concept of that. And I started collecting those shirts. So I had a bunch of, like, programs that would go to soup kitchens, stuff like that I would just have the shirts. And every time when I want to play ball, I'll have a new friend. It was super cool. I would have somebody in my team. So I kind of started seeing that over the time. And I was like, okay, let me solidify myself to become somebody again, right? Like somebody that I love, right? Somebody that creates, that makes stuff. And then I sat down and I was gonna make this company called Volunteer, that they were gonna just basically, I was gonna go on to all the soup kitchens and everything that had to do with free just labor for lesser needs,
right,
to do their shirts.
Right.
That was just the concept of it. I didn't like the name. It kind of made me feel like I need a little bit more, like a pizzazz.
Right.
So I started breaking it down to myself, started seeing like where's the concept of the name came down, and I was like, hey man, like all these corporations, all these businesses that I love and are making me friends outside, they can't be with a corporation without a staff.
Big facts.
And boom, it clicked like literally like a brick wall. So I was like, okay, I need to make a staff. So the whole concept of staff at first was that I was gonna make basically fake companies, right? Like just fake companies, and make their staff shirts. So you could have like this fake company. One of them was like Alien Mushroom Farm, and was like these aliens would come and like harvest mushrooms, and you had like a staff shirt. So you could feel like you work for that fake company, right?
Right. I
did that for the first year, and I will be a heavy sneaker custom, like in the early ages of Instagram. I would do that in my Instagram for a while. I wasn't popping like everybody else on Instagram, like I got shout out and like hype beats or whatever the hell, but I was doing my thing, And then I started doing little things like with implementing staff on the sneakers, like little things like that. So people felt like it was like a corporation. It was kind of weird. So then again, I'll say I started that in 2017. Until 2019, I kind of had to solidify the name Staff because I made a super viral hat.
Let's grab it, man. Right there, might as well, man. Let's talk about it.
I actually brought the first one that I have ever made.
I love it.
It's not the nicest thing in the world, but
listen, it's history.
Right,
exactly. It's history.
Adrian is over there. Adrian is a huge
Shout out to Adrian.
Shout out to Adrian. Adrian was a big help in I say creating this hat and just making the structure of the hat, like implementing how to actually make it in real life. And Danny Cruz, shout out Danny Cruz. He was an early designer that I used to work with when I first started the collection of Staff, the first one. So yeah, but anyways, so this is
shout out the contribution.
Yeah,
shout out the contribution.
But that's what Staff is about, right? Because I can't be this company if it wasn't for literally the people that made anything, like help just create it with me. You know what I mean? It's a collective. And I'm so grateful for that, because I couldn't be sitting with you right here if it wasn't for the sacrifice of each one of those people.
1000%.
You know what I mean? And
1000%.
And in 2019, after I came from Ecuador, I made this hat in one of my friend's house. I had the concept of it drawn out in a picture, just in my notebook. And then we went to a thrift store, which was the craziest thing ever, and we found a base of a hat. It was all messed up. It was all crusty. It was all crazy. This is literally the hat. We don't use it anymore. We have better samples. Yeah.
Right?
But we made this just like this, and we didn't know what to do with it. We didn't know how to pizzazz it, right? It's cool and all, but come on, right? And then basically version 2 came out to be just a stiffer hat with the Yankee logo, all black, full brim, 360 full brim.
With the belt.
With the belt. It's a Swarovski belt. Let's make that Swarovski.
Yeah,
But honestly, there's a great story, right, of Picasso that I love, that basically summarizes the whole thing, right? There's a woman in a bar that saw Picasso just hanging out with his friends, and she gave him a napkin and said, "Can you draw me a picture?" And Picasso said, "Sure, no problem." He took the napkin and did the most beautiful thing. In 30 minutes, he came back to the lady. He was like, "Here." The lady was like, "Oh, wow, this is beautiful." He was like, "Yeah, it cost $30,000. So she was like, "Why does it cost $30,000 if it's something in a napkin and you did something in 5 minutes?" He said, "It took 40 years for me to do something for 5 minutes." Right? So this is literally what this hat is. It took me 5 years to understand who I am, who I was, what I wanted to do, and who I wanted to become to create something like this.
Right.
The description of the hat and what the hat is about is basically my world. I came from nothing, literally nothing.
Right.
And my parents started gaining something, and they gave all of that up, literally all of that up in the early 2000s, to come here to literally have nothing else to redo it again, right?
Right.
So this is what this is, Yankees, and just to fit it, right? This is the hood. This is New York.
Yeah.
This is what we represent.
Yeah.
And I will always, even if I have, now today's Billie Eilish, tomorrow could be Pharrell. Who knows, right?
Speak that shit into fucking existence.
Tomorrow will
man.
be Pharrell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But it's like that, right? Like, I will always know my roots, and that's what I want to do. But then I always know who I want to become, which is this not high fashion, but just a designer, right? And I just want to contribute to the fashion world in any type of sense. So I mix these two things up. I mix the high fashion, just the overall fashion world, with my hood, right? Which is New York. Yeah. And this beautiful hat came from it.
Listen, man. What I see when I see something like this, I see the envelope being pushed, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Just as a consumer of, multiple cultures and a rebellious individual myself, a person that again, I look at rules, like bones, man. They meant to be broken to an extent. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, how did you react to the city's reaction to this?
So I have to give a huge shout out to New York Nico.
Shout out New York Nico.
Yeah, New York Nico.
Big time,
and
big time.
Also my friend Luke Lamore. Basically it was kind of like overall Luke just took the hat. He was in my house the day before. He just took the hat for he was gonna help New York Nico to assist on a shoot.
Yeah.
And basically all of those the picture came out in a sponsor. I think it was like a New York Nico post, but like Samsung sponsor it. Something like it was like the first picture. Honestly, I didn't know what to do.
It's overwhelming.
Everybody makes art, right? Everybody makes something that you create, you do. And of course, in the perfect world, you wanted to reach the masses.
Right.
But I didn't come from a lot to even understand that, right? To even be grateful for that, even right now, even just saying it.
Right.
So it was just super overwhelming.
Right.
And I just, instead of even gasping in that celebration, wow, this happened, I had to react to it real quick. And I had to find out right there how to mass produce it, price it, and literally release it the next day when I wake up.
That's intense, man.
Yeah, so literally I get the whole gist of it. In the night, we're basking in it, kind of celebrating. And literally I didn't sleep until the next day when I released it.
It's so funny you hear you saying that, man, because it's such a crazy concoction of feeling celebratory, but then also at the same time but I gotta be calculated,
right?
Because they're watching now,
right?
So it's taking advantage of the opportunity. Now it's
right.
I have to monetize this. Something's gotta happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was even scarier, honestly, when Rodney Fegg, the creator of Kith, followed me on my on staff. It made me feel unreal, man. even right now I'm getting a little emotional. It's like, even like again, like we're going back to everything, right? Like created the hat and all that stuff. And now I have Billie Eilish, right? We got an email from her head designer, stylist. I'm sorry, saying that she wanted to basically have some staff pieces for their 2022 tour and their Coachella performance.
Love it.
Man, to me that's crazy, man. And I'm still basking upon, like, I still feel like it's 2019. I'm hearing it for the first time that hat is getting viral. You know, like, and that was 3 days ago.
Right.
I cry my ass off.
Love that. I love that, though.
I didn't know what to do, you know? But that's life.
I just love that, man. I love that, though, man. I mean, I feel like that's a human, not only a human reaction, but like a very human way to digest it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. Like though we work hard, sometimes the rewarding results are way too overwhelming, you know? Because we walk into this shit like gladiators, like almost like with body armor, like, you know, because as artists, like, you know, I can only speak for myself, and I can only assume that you're the same way, because, you know, this is a universal thing for art. We're very sensitive about our art, man. You know, we're very sensitive. So we to an extent, we build this, you know, this tough exterior where it's like opinions, even from our closest friends, our closest families, if they're not positive, we kind of try to block them out. So our guards are always up. So it's almost like, when we do get a rewarding moment, it's hard for us to really embrace it.
Correct.
Because we're on go mode all the time, bro. And this and I can feel that. I could definitely understand that, where it's like, yo, it was hard for me to sleep that night. You know, I could get that, man. I could definitely get that. Like, listen, man, you deserve it all, man. You deserve it all, bro. Like, the work is being done. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it all, bro. I truly feel that way, man. You breaking it down, bro. You explaining it, man. It's not even like me just saying that is just like me just, you know, tooting your horn. Like, no, man, you're explaining yourself. You know, it's logical. Everything you're saying is logical. Cause and effect.
It's not realistic, honestly. Like, yes, I still feel like I'm in a dream. You know, even the past 3 days, you know, I haven't really slept, and I've just been working on basically just getting everything together.
Love it.
Which is, you know, I got taught, right? I got taught 2 different kinds of stress. I didn't know this.
Love that. One, break it down.
Yeah, it was amazing. One was the stress that you don't have no control in, right? Something happens under your hands, you're shit, like, I'm stressed, right? And 2 is actually the stress that you're getting yourself into because you want it to be. This is the stress that I want.
Okay.
I didn't understand it.
Okay.
You know, this is the stress that I want to build into. I want to have more in my life. I want to fucking stress about why I can't, you know, put this person into something, because this is what I work for. So this is just, again, it's like a little bit of everything, right? It's a little bit of struggles, a little bit of right.
Yes,
but then it's also like, wow, this is beautiful, and let's keep going, right? And then like I said, like I was telling you earlier, right? I haven't hanged out in like 3 years.
Right.
This is literally my first interaction in like months from nobody else but my core people, which is like 4 people.
Right.
Right, and it's not like we talking and stuff
right,
like that. So
right. No, of course, man, of course.
It's just that, you know, like not that long ago, my friends watching like something in football. I'm sorry, I'm not that crazy into sports, but apart from F1. Yeah. But you know, they wanted me to hang out, but I was like, hey man, I'd rather just go home and do some things and look what comes out of it. So sacrifice.
And listen, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. If the people around you can detach themselves emotionally from your own personal decisions, then they'll understand that there's a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be meant there. They'll be there. If they're meant to be there, they'll be there. Because a lot of people they like to, in New York, there's this thing called, you think you Hollywood now? Like, yo, bro, get out of my face with all. Hollywood is on the other side of the country, so that doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? They do this thing where, like, they're like, oh, you changing, oh, you switching. Like, bro, like, do you expect me to be the same? I have to work hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and the people that's meant to be there are going, should, and they will fully understand that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm grateful to have that team, man, that like never doubts me, you know? I'm very grateful. I can't do it without them.
It's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. And again, you know, no pun intended, the staff.
Right. Without the staff,
full circle, bro.
I can't do it without them. I can't do it.
Full circle. You need them, man. You need them because, again, you know, you can't sit on a chair without, you know, the four. I don't even know what to call that shit, but the four little, you know, but you got one here, and that's the chair.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You need people to help you, you know, to help you up, and even if you're misunderstood to an extent, you know what I'm saying, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? At least, in my eyes, because that's what I'm experiencing now. You know what I mean? Is a lot of you know, misunderstandings, miscommunications, a lot of things that hopefully with time, the people that's meant to be there, you know what I'm saying, things will be understood. And but the work's got to be done, man. Like the work's got to be done. The clock is ticking, man.
You know, it's a beautiful you ever heard of masterclass?
Masterclass? No, I have not.
There's these online kind of like classes that celebrities kind of like teach you their insights of like things that they have learned and like whatnot in their fields, you know. Anna Winter is like basically like the head of Vogue. She like edits everything and like just like the head editor of everything, right? And the director, I think too. She said a beautiful thing that it's not about how much you know to make a company, like as a boss, right? To make a company become great. It's understanding how much you don't know, right? Because if you don't, because you understand what you don't know, then you give those jobs to the people that do know, you know,
yes,
and you hire
100%.
those people because those people are gonna actually know what to do for your job and succeed. Because you're gonna just be there trying to figure it out, and that's not what you want to do, you know. So ever since I started implementing that and giving a little responsibility to everybody else and actually making everybody feel like, you know, they're part of this, 100%. You know, with me. Oh man.
It's no. I can definitely agree with that. I saw a video not too long ago that I forgot the gentleman that was talking, but what he said was crazy. He said, most people say I got 24 hours in a day. He's like, that's wrong. And the guy was like, okay, explain that. He was like, if I hire 10 individuals to work 8 hours for me, how many hours in a day do I have now?
Right.
That should just multiply.
Right.
Because you eliminate the pride, you eliminate the ego and say, listen, I got to hire people to do these things.
Right.
You know what I mean? The job's got to get done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's a lot of game being told right now, man. There's a lot of game being told, man.
Years of struggle. Fuck depression, that shit is real.
Yeah, man, depression is real, but depression can be a tool. Anything can be a tool at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to like, I don't know, man. It's tough, man. Like, some days I wake up depressed, some days I wake up happy, but I don't know, man. Like, I just think I kind of look at, like, after my shroom strips and having like an ego death and shit like that, like, I've looked at, like, as humans, like, we all have different tanks of different emotions, and after having my ego death, I had a crazy, you know, my tank of fear was empty, you know, and man.
Hey man, like, one thing I want to make clear, man, like, honestly, if you're depressed on some real shit,
talk some shit, man. Let's keep
on
it
some
real
shit. If you're depressed, talk it the fuck out. That's one thing that with my depression I couldn't do. I'm very, like, you know, I have mental illness, man. That shit, I'm an artist. Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That shit. I have mixed personalities and whatnot. But talk it the fuck out. You know. The people that hide it is the people that fucking go crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I kind of express it in different ways, you know, in my art and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, go in my crazy moments, whatever.
Right.
But, it's life, you know, everybody. If you don't, then fucking Jesus or God or something. Like, it's insane. But that's what it is, right? And if you understand it, you move forward, right? If you move forward, then you're doing better, right? If you don't understand it, you move forward and you just don't go nowhere. So. Again, it's a process. That's what it is. Just talk about it.
100%. This is and to an extent, man, you just basically spoke my journey, man. The moment the nigga started doing this, that's what it is, bro.
Man, I loved it, man. This is nice.
Man, I appreciate that.
I haven't had the moment to decompress.
Yeah.
To tell.
Right.
At all. Like, at all.
It's a beautiful thing,
it's
man.
Cool, yeah.
We living in the moment, man. But it's like you said, man, like, I think the best solution to depression or any type of, you know, moments where, you know, you can feel down is to really just express, just talk, just have someone to talk to, or even, like, I try to tell the youngins that I fuck with, like, it's okay to talk to yourself.
Right.
Because you're not gonna get nothing done until you talk to yourself.
You need it, man.
Yeah, man.
You need it.
And there's a difference between talking to yourself on some like taxi driver shit,
right.
young Robert De Niro, and there's a difference between it's like before you step into like, let's say, performing somewhere.
Right. You got
You're trying to exactly like you're trying to cope with yourself. Like, yo, you got this. Relax. Boom, boom. A lot of, I think people shame people too much for doing shit like that when that's normal. If you're an artist, that's fucking normal, man.
Man, if you're an artist, you're not crazy, yo, holla my night. I want to see how you do that.
Right, right. Exactly. Show me something different because
I never seen that before.
Exactly. Listen, we came to win, man. We breaking it down. We having genuine conversations.
For sure.
I have another segment, my brother.
Let's do it.
Now, you're an individual that's it's obvious, man. You broke it down. You're expressing your contributions and the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. You're a person that's in the fashion world, the fashion industry.
Yeah.
You in the fashion world. So sure. I got some things that I need to bring to the front table. Yeah, man. Listen, this is corrupted conversation. So
this is my time to do the test. This is my test.
This is that part. Fashion Week. It's something that's has become and rightfully so has gained a lot of traction within the mainstream, social media wise, and whatever the case may be. A lot of people are paying attention. So with that comes a lot of pictures, and with that sometimes comes certain outfits that are a little extreme.
Yeah, let's do it.
A little extreme. So this segment is called, is it a go or is it a no?
Ooh,
so what I'm doing is 3 tiers. We're putting outfit against outfit, and you have to tell me which one is a go, which one is a no. And of course, I would love an explanation because this is what we came to do.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know exactly who this is, but I know that this is an outfit that was contributed to Fashion Week. So let's leave it there. Let's bring the second one.
Let's do it.
All right. So what we have here, everything will be on the screen.
For sure,
you know what I mean? What we have on the laptop.
Wow.
Everything will be on post-production. But now, all right, on the left we have, maybe you can explain it better than I can.
Literally,
what do we have here?
So Fashion Week is literally a beautiful thing. So you, apart from showing what you have done, you kind of want to exaggerate so much about it, right? You want to, it's like with performance art, right?
Right.
It's like a play. So basically what you're seeing the girl with the cocoon, I would say, it's a representation of what dresses will come out next season, right? And how the flows and just how the dresses are going to be, which is amazing, right? Because we see it in the extreme form, right? We see it in how like a dream will be, right?
Right.
And what we're seeing in the right is literally a whole construction of how the company will be in their like technical sense of like what the materials are gonna be and how construction and it's gonna be for their book bags. It's literally different, like a game changer, right? That's a fucking book bag for a pillow. What?
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, what? I'm gonna carry my favorite pillow around.
When I saw this, I was like, yeah, these guys are moving on very conceptual timing.
Right. That's
very
different.
Conceptual. Which one's the go? Which one's the no?
Honestly, I'll go with the cocoon with the go.
Really?
Yeah, because the vision in that's till 3022. You know, that's the head of the game. You know, anybody could go down and be like, oh, let's put anything into a book bag, and that's cool enough. But man, come on with a cocoon like that and that hat.
A fucking cocoon. And this is a straight pillow.
You're right.
It's kind of crazy.
Which is insane in itself too. But like, we're talking about breaking barriers, right, in Fashion Week, right?
Yes, sir.
So literally, that's what it is.
So you going with Shorty with the cocoon?
I'll go with Shorty with the cocoon. That's the go.
All right. Listen, we being honest over here, man. This is what it is.
Right.
All right, second tier.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Oh.
We're gonna break it down, but let's bring the second one. Boom.
Oof.
So we got.
This one is hard.
You know what I mean? So we got. Hold up. We got boom here and boom here. Explain the first one, man. Explain.
So that bucket, that green bucket hat whole thing again. Performance, all right. Jokes. But versus that whole trash thing, that look like Moschino in the top. I think that is. Who knows?
Is that a napkin? I don't know what that is.
It's a box of napkin, but a little bear probably. Well, who knows? Anyways, man, this one is hard.
So what you're saying is, because again, you're bringing insight to me, because I'm an average consumer when it comes to the especially things like this, the whole fashion week, extravaganza. I will not lie, and I'm 100% honest. Like, I'm an average consumer, so to me, but what I can say though, as far as relating to it, I'm a person that always leans towards shock value.
Right.
I like shock value, and I could see the reasoning behind it, because it's like, go hard or go home, right?
Right. Same.
So, is it safe to say that when it comes to the fashion week things, like when things like this are being presented, is that the motive? Is it what's going on, man? Break it down for me, man.
When you make a show in Fashion Week, you, like I said, like, you want to extravagant, you want to have the wow factor, right?
Right.
And people, this is the thing, the pieces that people be like, what the fuck are those pieces that I saw?
Right.
But that's the thing. When you look at it in the image, it's kind of weird. But if you look at the whole show and the concept and the theme and stuff like that, it's like, wow, this is beautiful, right? It is different, right? So again, like, if you, in my eyes, right, what I see right now is like, whatever brand is in the left will come out with a whole concept of how the material and just overlook of this new bucket hat idea they're gonna come out with is gonna be new, right? It's gonna be different. It's gonna be game changer, right? That's what we're gonna look for next. Well, that's what we're gonna be having an eye for, right? The bucket hats for this whatever brand this is and for whatever season this is,
right?
And the next one, right, and the right one with the trash. Man, I don't know if you saw.
I
don't know if you saw those sneakers though. Look at those sneakers, and if you see those sneakers, so what we talking about is recyclability, right? As you see, it's like the skirt and just everything. Everything's kind of look repurposed. Even the little clutch right there. I don't know what that little 2 signs, but anyways, so everything is just gonna be about how material could get put in this like literally leather type of material, right? And like what accessories and just like how recycling and just reworking products is gonna look very nice, you know. But I'll go with my goal is buckets are cool and all. Snakeskin suit is insane.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I do like it though.
That shoulder pads are futuristic.
But you're gonna have to go with shorty with the recycle.
No.
Who you going with?
No, I was gonna say I honestly have to go with the snakeskin.
Okay.
I have to go with the bucket hat because just the structure in general. I don't know if you see in the back of it though, but like that collection looks fire. It looks like very business class, very I think I don't know, that looks like Bottega, but I'm just going by the colors. Right. But man, that looks so cool, man. That looks so clean. Yeah,
so you're gonna go with the green bucket.
The green
bucket is a go.
It's a go.
Ironically, green light. We giving it the green light.
The green light and the
we
green
keeping
bucket.
it moving. We keeping it moving. Last one. What we have here? We got a dress that has a statement. Okay. Let me bring the second one before we continue. Boom.
Oh, okay.
What are we doing here, man? Okay. What are we doing? Let's break it down visually. As a person that, you know what I mean, that's all the way in this industry and in this world. What can you say, man?
These are two pieces that the screen statement, right? Whatever the statement is, maybe the one on the right with the X is stop worrying about, you know, just eating and all this like things that happen with models, right? And the other one is that, right? Like everybody's like super like goth and whatever, but sometimes it's not even about that. It's just like I'm just by myself, right? And it's like this concept of just like leave me alone type thing. Honestly, I love the left one with the big dress.
What does it say? What we got here? It says
I'm not shy. I just don't like you. Like, yo, bro, like if New York was in the dress, that's it right there. Right?
That's pretty much it, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm not shy. I just don't like you.
Even though the other one is a bacon. If it had a bacon, I'll be like, all right, let's get it. Bacon, egg, and cheese. You know, we got a back dress. Like, that's fire.
You got 2 eggs.
We got 2 eggs.
And what is that on her? A hero?
A hero.
I'm assuming it's a hero.
It's a baguette. Let's call it a baguette, right? And a picnic thing. I mean, yeah, that's cool and stuff, but like it's just like, man, how many times we have seen like little things like that? But just a statement, of like of how it's just so pronounced, that dress, beautiful. Like it's just man.
How you feel about that? Is that something that the fashion world, you know, does it take does it show respect to things like this often, where like when somebody wears something and they just put like just a statement, just stuff? Is that can it be overdone sometimes? Like I don't know. Like is it a cheat code? I'm only coming from a
oh, that's a good one. I like the cheat code.
You know what I mean? Because it's like that's this to me. This is like in your face, it's straightforward, but there's a message, right?
Right.
So a lot of people would, me being devil's advocate, it's like, oh, but it could be a cheat code because it's a message, but what about the actual clothes?
Right. Again, this is like it goes by what the collection was, right?
Right.
The statement is obviously independence, right?
Right.
Let's just like throw it out, generalize it, right? It's not a cheat code to use text, but know that you're using the right text. You know what I mean? Because just like how we have it here, right? Like it's very like it's just a statement. Like a lot of text, man, we could put a lot of things on a shirt, and not mean nothing, and not even have the eye of the viewer. But this is just screams, look at me, read me, see what I'm about. And not even that, man, just that dress, man. I'm like still like, because like I love dresses, man. I like my main fashion. I'm a fashion designer and staff and all. I make unisex clothes right now with staff, but I love women fashion, man. I love women's clothes. I love dresses. I love just like, I love how I'm a huge fanatic of how the woman's curve and just dynamics of bodies could emphasize clothes so beautifully. I mean, it's just a box, bro. We're just a box, but it's just so beautiful to design to women because you could just make literally pieces of cloth look magical.
Right. Right. 100%.
So that's where I'm going, and that's what this is. Yes, this is nice. We're talking about Fashion Week, right?
Yes.
So the right one is cool and all, but like it's cool and all, but the left one.
So we're gonna go with the statement. The text is the go.
The text is the go for sure.
The text is the go.
Listen,
we came to win. We create segments. This is what it is. All right, my brother. Let's move the machinery.
Let's do it.
What's to come and what's in front of us right now, man? Because what's in front of us is the future. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Now, if I want you to choose, but I want to choose one.
Go ahead.
And I want you to break this down for the people, because this is something that I saw on your Instagram, and I was like, wow, okay. Like, not only did he push the envelope with this one, with the viral 360 Brim.
Right.
Yankee, fucking come on, man! Like this is some legendary shit, man. And I'm honored for you to be on the show and explain it, man. Because this hit the waves, man. This hit the internet hard body, man. Especially for the New York culture, man.
2019.
Now this situation right here, though, caught me so off guard when I seen it on your social media, man. Like, my brother, like this right here, this is an innovative right here, bro. I don't know what is, man.
Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my sister's wedding veil.
This is her actual.
Yeah, that's actually what she got married.
Oh my god, man! When you bring art to reality, man. When you mix reality with art, man. Can you break it down for the people a little bit, man? What's the inspiration behind this?
So again, my core is always bringing home to high fashion. Home is New York. New York is hood. Right? I am not a product of the street, but I understood what the streets were.
Yes, sir.
And I was raised in them and just moved different.
Yes, sir.
So again, this is just the thing. I call it my New York love story. Right? I have a dream that I would love to see two really, really New York people, one from the Bronx and another one from Brooklyn.
Oh my god. Marry each other.
In it, and say you're as like I do.
Hilarious.
It's just a joke. It's a joke, but
but I love that though. I love that. Is that the title of the actual release? The drop. So, a New York love story is genius for this, bro.
Well, yeah. So basically, like the collection. I made this the same time I made this hat.
Okay.
So they both made at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, in 2019. The black one was just made. I'll say in 2020. I'll say.
Okay.
Or 2021, and the end of 2020. I didn't release the white one because I wanted to make my own wedding dress, which I haven't finished or kind of started, but I have the concept of it. But it's just that's just another game, right? It's like I'm dealing with fishes. That's just a whale. You know, wedding dresses are like that. They're like super insane, right? And they're like, you know, you have to be top of the line, which I will.
Of course,
expected in 3 more months before the summer, I'll have a wedding dress going out.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it was like just to mix that romantic side of high fashion, right? Which is nice veils, the old Swarovski crystal veils. I was given the opportunity at the time. My sister let me borrow her veil to make my vision happen.
Yeah, it's amazing.
She let me borrow her wedding dress too, which I don't have at this point, but I had to give it back. Which I learned so much from it. And then that's what came out of it. So this was supposed to be the, in a sense, male hat of that one. This was the male and the female, in a sense, right?
Right.
But this had its own journey, and like we already explained the whole situation. It got viral on its own,
right? Which
made me not release that hat until I knew what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to have it a twin, in a sense.
Okay.
So
speak on it. Come on.
Which has led me to.
It's amazing.
You hold it out right there if you want.
I gotta take a picture of all these
for sure
before we leave, because it's gotta be post production.
For sure.
But if y'all can see on the camera, man, so much color on the canvas, bro. Yeah. Explain it to people, bro, please.
One of them is literally to get married in, and the other one is also to get married in, but it's a funeral hat. It's a widow's hat.
Okay.
I wanted to implement the yin and yang in this, more in the sense of just unification of life and circle.
Right.
With birth, right, which is marriage.
Mm-hmm.
There's also death, which is just life and the end of it.
100%.
And this is what it is, right?
Yeah, man.
And then I just
hard pill to swallow.
100.
Hard pill to swallow,
100.
but it is what it is.
So I created these beautiful pieces that has Swarovski crystals all around them and the New York logo. All black fitted hats to your size. Again, the wedding veil will be like this when we mass produce it. Even a little better. I'll probably have some S's all around it, you know, just emphasize it. But the black one is gonna stay pretty late in how it is.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm releasing these hopefully in the end of this month. So be in the lookout for them.
Come on, man.
Very, very limited. So the situation about these ones is very tricky. So these are very, very insane pieces in order for me to make. Apart from me using a fitted hat, it just takes time for me to literally get the piece in there, and the little 100 of little rhinestones that I put in there. It just takes forever. But this is what I'm here for, right? If I'm not breaking the thing and I'm not giving you the best products that I'm giving, please shout me out on that. If I'm not doing that, which some people have, and I return them better ones, but not often. But yeah, this is my 2 new pieces, and I have even other crazier ones coming out maybe next year.
Man, I just like the you know the mixture of worlds, man. Like this is
right. That's what I do with, like, that's what I try to implement with all my pieces. Like even I have my poncho in back of me, and again it's just like it looks like a little blanket, but one side of it is leather and the other side is like super soft and Sherpa. But that is what it is. And implementing the both worlds, right? It's like sometimes you go out with your friends, you might just want the cozy Sherpa, and sometimes you want to go out and just wear the leather side. What
I like, man, aside from, you know, mixing the 2 worlds, is the fact that I know that there's gonna be backlash. I know that 100, you know, right? 100. And I love that the I don't give a fuck, like, because with the beauty that comes with New York City also comes a lot of toxic, old traditional way, especially from men. Let's keep it honest.
100%.
You know what I mean? Let's just keep it funkadelic. Like, I can see and already visualize a old, dusty 90s rapper that never made it, fucking angry at SoundCloud, angry at Instagram, seeing this hat and being like, what the fuck? But it's like, yo, bro, if you don't wake up those people, right, if you don't push the envelope, if you don't, like, bro, what are we in this for, man?
Right,
so I love that, man. That's the part that fucks with me. The rebellious undertone without it being too extra. You know, like you're not like out here saying I'm a rebel, or you're not like. But the product speaks for itself, man.
Right, that's the New York part, though.
Right,
you feel me?
Sir.
It's like, yo, this is what it is. You don't like it?
You made me this way.
This is what it is. Right. This is what it is, bro. This is what it is.
Y'all made me this way, and now that I'm putting my own twist to it,
right.
Y'all gotta watch this, and y'all gotta sit down and experience this.
Right. This is again. This is for what it is, man. New York, bro. One thing I hate, man, is that in the hood you go and you see everybody with luxury stuff.
Right.
That is beautiful.
Right.
Whatever. Get your stuff.
Right.
Man, the fact that the luxury people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Is fucked up. Bro.
Yeah.
And they don't even try to give back to the hood in general, or not even give credit because of the hood.
We made it popular.
Right.
100%.
Fuck that. I'm putting the hood in the fashion thing.
Yeah.
So if y'all not gonna come to us, I'm going to y'all, bro.
Right.
I'm going to y'all. And I'm going full force to y'all.
Infiltrate it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
bro,
a fact.
Like I'm gonna go and corrupt everybody there, bro.
Sir.
But
Yes,
that's exactly what my kind of my base into this thing is.
I love
designing
that,
everything. It's like giving the hood into the high fashion, right?
I love that, man. Yeah. I love that, man, because like I said, man, me being an artist, you know, on my own and choosing the route that most people don't take, whether it be rebellious or pushing the envelope. Like I can, even though I'm a person that like I'm a consumer of the fashion world, that I can be honest and say like I'm not all the way in that world. So this is why it's insightful when I have individuals like yourself come to the show. You know, I can. Like I see this and I see the risk, you know, high risk, high reward, man.
Right, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, the only thing, the one thing that I did also, a major thing I did in my life is take risks, man. You take risks, man, everything comes to your table. Yeah, everything. Let me repeat that. Take the risk, man.
Take the fucking risk, man.
It's worth it.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Right. But then also, how many times you heard people tell you, take a risk.
Right.
Work hard.
Right.
That's like basically the basis of things. But how many times you implement it?
Right.
That's where the character
break. True.
Yeah. So.
This is true. Sometimes things sound cliche.
Right.
But once you apply them, you're like, oh wow, okay. It's like be yourself. Like they always tell you, be yourself, right? And you were like, all right, like damn, that's the greatest advice I ever heard. Like Jesus Christ.
Like
all right.
I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, exactly. But then the moment you apply it, you're like, fuck, holy shit, it really works.
Nobody else is you, bro.
Right.
Yeah, you know a funny story. I was like in 6th grade or something, and I liked the girl so much. I was like, whatever.
Right.
And then she was like, I don't like you because you try to be like everybody else. Man, that shit hits so hard, bro. I never in my life again, ever again try to be like anybody else, even if that shit bit me in the ass to this day. That's
a beautiful but look, that's to me that's a beautiful delivery though, coming from a girl that you like, because it's like getting it in the most like intense and rough ways, like just getting the hard work. It's like doing, you know, whatever it is that someone does, getting the hard work out the way. Everything else seems easy after. So the fact that you got it from someone that you like, it was like a punch to the face. So every other person that tries to punch you, it's not gonna hurt as much
at all.
Right.
At all.
That's interesting. Shout out to her. What grade were you in again?
I was like in 6th grade. I was like in middle school.
She said, I don't.
Yeah, so I try to be cool and all that stuff. You know, I didn't know English a lot. Right. So she was like, you try to be like everybody else. Like, I have a friend named Xavier and all my other little friends, Simon and Gregory, and stuff. And they were like, yeah, you try to be like them. They try to be like, And I was like,
that stuck with you though.
Forever. And to this day, I never, again, like I have a certain character. A lot of people are like, Omar's rough. Omar's like a boot camp sergeant. But yet again, I get shit done.
There you go, man.
You know what I mean?
There you go, man. Listen, sometimes people have to respect the result and leave their comments of the process to themselves.
Right.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, man. Yeah. Just respect my result. Respect my hard work.
Right.
You know, respect the end. You know what I mean? The end result, because I think that's what we do it for, man.
Just
you know
what
I'm saying?
Just trust me.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. There's a method to the madness.
Yeah,
there's a method to the madness. Is there anything else on the table, man? We got a few things, man.
Yeah, man. So like now,
let's talk about it.
We recently made this literally for Billy. This is one of the Billy's masks that we are doing. We made 2 of them. I made these masks a long time ago also, but we kind of upped them up for her specifically. They're just rubber mats with the back. They have butterflies that you could when the wind comes, the butterflies' wings extend. It's pretty cool. Apart from that, this is the most proudest thing I have in my arsenal right now. I'm very proud of this. This is my bag. This is my vegetable leather 3-compartment bag that I'm just like develop and manufacture.
Love it.
Yeah, it's kind of like basically like a 4-year type of like work. You know, all this is designs and manufacturing things that I've been doing led to this, and this is the best product I have with quality and everything. It's vegetable leather. It's 100%
vegetable leather.
Yeah, it's 100% bleach, very smooth vegetable leather. As much as I could get it to the grain as like real leathers, it was like very difficult to just get it because right now since Corona and just the world, there's just no supplies and there's no material of anything. Yeah. So but we was happy to work with a company overseas to get it done. They took a lot of the lead when it came to material to be very earthy and eco-friendly with everybody. You know, allergies is a huge thing. And also being vegan, I wouldn't want you to be vegan and touch on a leather bag. That's very disrespectful to who you are. So let's just come together and understand everything, right? It's 2020. It's 2022. So if I'm not understanding you from those things, what am I doing this for? So again, I'm giving you everything that's super friendly for everybody. So this is what this is. And at the end of the day, this will decompose in the best way, you know, just for the world, for the earth, you know. Leather decomposes in a long time, you know. So it's just nice.
Love it. Listen, we're breaking it down. These situations right here, my brother. Like,
yeah, so trucker has, you know,
can we speak on it, man?
Yeah. Trucker has been, you know, trucker has been a thing of like the past few years that been just sweeping. I say sweeping the industry. Everybody does trucker hats. So I had a bunch of friends telling me, why don't you make trucker hats? I kind of go against the grain of what people are doing, right? Like we make all these other stuff. But I was like, you know what? Why not? Again, even if we do something that everybody else is doing, is super completely different. So we got sponge kind of like material for the front. It's very thick. It's very puffed. It's literally sponge, which is cool as hell. And from there, I have a staff. One of my good friends. Shout out to Austin. Saint Flux in Instagram.
Shout out to Austin.
He makes music. SoundCloud too. Me and him, we have a very, I say, historic background into outdoor riding. I don't want to say the G word.
Outdoor riding.
It sounds like,
okay, yes,
you know,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we made these hats together. Each hat is literally unique. They come with just an understanding of our art and outdoor art, just in general in each of the hats. With my rubber, there's a rubber emblem in the middle that has the logo for Staff. It's very unique. Again, our own unique logo. And then I just try to make them as best as I can to be unique, right? We got the sponge fronts and the brims, which is so soft, so nice. And then the meshing all around hat, which is just super unique in 3 colorways, which is brown, baby blue, and baby pink.
Love it.
Yeah, these are like this will be up in sight maybe by the end of this month or early next month. I have a lot of things that are coming on site. I'm just trying to get it all together, you know?
Listen.
Shout out. Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
Shout out to Peace Worldwide. Wearing the shirt. My friend Mark, my best friend. Right now, me and Mark, I have a super, super, super blessed life when it comes to my friends trying to help me out. Me and him just had our own studio. So
congratulations, bro.
Thank you. So shout out to
beautiful thing.
To that, but yeah, I'm wearing one of his shirts that's coming out soon, and then we will also have a collab soon. So that's
and the company is called.
It's called Peace Worldwide.
Love it.
Yeah, you can find it on Instagram. It's very cool stuff. You should.
There you go.
Honestly, like what his message is a little stronger than what mine is. It's all about the government and what the government does back to the society. It speaks on itself. I shouldn't speak on it. You go check it out, honestly.
There you go, man. You're speaking volumes without saying things, man. Like, come on, man. It's going down. I love it, man. How you feeling so far, man?
Honestly, I'm feeling like I'm speaking with my own self.
Love that.
And it's a greater self.
I love that.
I want to thank you for that.
Of course, my brother. I appreciate you coming to sit down, man, because it's some magic right here, man.
For sure.
I got a lot of high hopes for what you're doing, man. You bringing some heat, bro.
Hey, man, like hopefully we get verified soon, so this will get popping in
man.
IG.
Yeah, man, 100%. Listen, man, the industry's not ready for individuals like us, man.
Sure.
The industry's not ready, but it's not even about being ready. It's about adapting. So they're gonna have to adapt. It is what it is.
We here.
It is what it is. I got another infamous segment to close out the episode, and this segment is basically the I guess the summary or the end analysis of what corrupted is. So we're gonna bring it straight to you, man. We're gonna bring it straight to you, man. This is what we came to do. Let's go, boom. So let's first knock on wood, because we don't, let's knock on wood. Now I'm gonna paint the scenario. You go to the doctor.
Right.
The doctor says, yo, listen, Omar, take a seat.
I know this question.
And you're like, dude, you're telling me to take a fucking seat? I was going to do it anyway, bro. Like, relax. Okay? And he's like, close the door. All right, now you're asking for a lot. Right. So you sit down, you close the door. He goes, yo, listen. Man, listen. I got a lot of patience today, so I got to keep it moving. I don't want to break the news to you, but it is what it is. I got to tell you what it is. And you're like, all right, doc, you're getting me nervous. And he's just like, listen. You got 24 hours to live, man. That's all we got. After this, that's all we got. 24 hours. So now this is where I come into play. I don't know how the fuck I'm affiliated with the doctor, but I end up walking in the room. Right. And I go, listen, you got 24 hours to live. You got 3 things on your bucket list. The last one has to be a crime. Now, like I usually tell people, murder is excluded. But if you can get creative with the murder, I'm here for it, because you know what? This is entertainment, goddammit. Y'all watch the Terminator blow shit up for fucking years. Sure. So don't get mad at me just because now I'm fucking, you know what I mean, incorporating murder and crime. Y'all created me. So now y'all got to motherfucking, you know what I mean? Y'all all got to accept it. So listen, you got 24 hours to live. 3 things on your bucket list. The first 2 can be wholesome, can be whatever it is that you choose to be. The last one's got to be a crime. My brother, talk to him.
So the 3 things that I would do.
First one, give him the first one.
The first one.
Let's, one by one. The first one,
I would start painting. 100%, I would start painting as much as I can. I would start pumping out. I would like I would like the world to understand what my 24 hours were in my mind. I think that's very important. I think a lot of people don't project what those final hours are. Wow. So I would love to do that. The second thing is honestly, man, just to like gather everybody up, just to like not tell everybody that it's my 24 hours, but just to gather everybody up, to see what I could do, to see how much of a friend I am. Right. To like prove myself that, because I feel like I lived the life of that, of proving like how much of a friend I could be to people. Right. I love that. And then the first 2 things. Right. Painting. Right. Basically documenting your last 24 hours. Right. Through the avenue of art. Right. The only thing I know. Right. Exactly. The second one, gathering your loved ones together, without, I guess. The staff, right? The staff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gathering and everybody together and seeing, I guess the way you put it is, how much of a friend you are. Yeah. How much have I done? How much have I give back to this world, That's beautiful. Third one. This is the corrupted part, man. We need a crime, man. We need a crime. We need a crime. A crime. Shit, this one is hard. Yeah, but man. You know what I would do? I will full blown get fucking butt naked and literally go all around the fucking city and do everything that I fucking want to do. I will play ball. Yeah, you're gonna get butt ass naked. You're gonna get D up by a butt ass naked, and I'm gonna be sane too. So we're gonna talk on some regular shit. I'm not crazy. I'm out here to shoot threes. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna go to H&M to buy knits.
Oh, that's a first.
You feel me? You feel me? First. I'm gonna go to the garment district to buy tie-dye with my balls out, like shit like that. You know what I mean?
You go to Urban Outfitters with the nuts dragging.
Dry Chipotle, too. Dry.
Everywhere. Like, yo, you just go into every establishment that you would regularly go to.
Butt ass naked.
You going butt ass naked. In your birthday suit.
Done deal.
Love it.
Yeah, done deal.
That's
like that.
Fucking amazing.
I will fucking.
And that's 100% a crime.
100%.
That's a crime.
That's like in many levels too.
Was that like
sex offender?
What's that shit called?
Public
indecency. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
nudity.
That's crazy.
That's down the list.
You heard it here first. First one, we going painting. We documenting Our last 24 hours via art.
Fact.
Second one, we gathering our loved ones because it's like this is what we came to do.
For sure.
Third one, you butt naked living life.
We living. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it. You see. That's what it is. We living. We living. We to the extreme too.
Unapologetic.
Right.
Living.
Right.
Butt ass naked.
Omar.
Love it. Omar. It was just like we were rapping for a second. Yo, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. I heard it here first, man.
Bro.
That's a first, my brother. That's a first. Because most motherfuckers be like, oh, I'm ready to rob a bank and leave the money to my family. Like, that's cool. You know, it's very honorable.
That's what I'm here for.
It's honorable. We all would do that if you know what I mean? But
I'm working for that.
on some like taking it back to like the natural aesthetic of human shit. Like, we just walk outside naked, man.
I want to be a caveman before, I want to do nothing. I want to give a fuck about nothing. I think that's beautiful. That's why I love Nudist Beach.
Shit.
Love
it. That's amazing, man. Y'all heard it here first, man. Listen, one of a kind, man. I was a one of a kind answer, man. We came to win.
For sure.
Trophies, man. My brother, how as we close up, man, how are you feeling, man? Like the vibe, man. Like how explain to the people, man.
I feel like this is what I needed in myself. I needed to express. I needed to talk. Like we said earlier, you need to talk. You need to talk. I haven't had the understanding. I had the concept of it, but not the understanding until right now. This is beautiful, man. This made me a little more humble than what I came in, an hour or two ago. This is what I needed, man.
Listen, man, I appreciate that.
I'll go home. I feel like I de-stress. Like I went to the gym and pumped out a few, and I'm like, I'm ready to go home and just like,
I love that. I love that, man. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for that, man.
Of course, my brother. Of course, what we do it for. All right, on the closeout, I want you to one more.
Let's do it.
If you had one word to describe what your life is going to be in 5 years, one word. If you had one word. Your life in 5 years. One word, my brother. They got to hear it. They got to feel it.
Honor.
Honor.
My life is going to be honor because everything that I do from now on is going to be for it. It's going to be for me. Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah. I'm going to honor it. I'm going to be somebody that I'm going to honor myself in 5 years.
I think
that's... Yeah.
I love it, and I think actions is going to speak louder than words, man. You're going to watch this man's journey, man, because, listen, like I said before, man, I bring superheroes to this table, man, and will remain that way until further notice, of course, my brother. We're going to end it with a handshake, my brother. Appreciate you coming, bro. Of course.
Everybody.
Listen, this is what it is, man. Again, I go by Henry Blanco. Corrupted Conversations, yet another great, another legendary, another epic, another elite episode, man, and it will remain that way until further notice. This is what we came to do, man. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited, man, because we just brought some golden shit. I really feel like I'm looking at a gem, man. I'm looking at a person that's really gonna take it there, man. I could see it, man. I could see it already.
We're moving up.
I could 100% see it, man. Until next time, man. Everybody, man, thank you for the support. We here, man. Corrupted Conversations. StaffNYC. Let's get it popping, man.
Follow us on IG. Thank you.
Bow.